What's up, guys? Now in this video I will continue practicing English. Basically I will continue with this practicing English with one video with interview with Cyrus Khambatta. Khambatta. I don't know. Here I found this video.
Canonically.
Basically, if you want to continue with, if you want to see the video directly, you can come here. But as I am practicing English, I need to come here because I have one transcript where I have got all the content of this video, basically because I need to enhance my pronunciation. And let's go. I was here. So what those two tissues do is they say, all right, cool, stew, emergency, we should slow this down. How we do how we do slow this down? The single most effective thing that any tissue can do in order to block more energy from coming inside is to block insulin because insulin is the single most powerful anabolic or hormone inside the mammal. It doesn't matter whether you are a dolphin or a monkey or a raccoon or a human or a gorilla. Every single mammal produces insulin, and insulin is a normal hormone for glucose metabolism. And insulin's job is to get glucose inside of tissues. It's also very effective at getting amino acids inside very effective at getting amino acids inside tissues and lipid or fatty acids inside of tissues. So if tissues like your liver or muscles are like, hold a second, let's slow down the rate at which fat comes in here. The fatty acids, what they do is they basically create a resistance to insulin. And they say, you know what? Let's make it so what when insulin comes around, we can pay attention to it. So what they do is they take the insulin receptors and they make them effective. And that the fat that's already built up inside of them goes and it sort of, you know, cripples. No, I didn't want to highlight it. It's cripples. I don't know. Cripples, the ability of the insulin receptor to do his job. And as a result of that, the next time that insulin comes around and goes knock knock, I got some insulin in the blood. Do you want to take it out? Because Chris just ate a banana, right? A small amount of carbohydrate energy that results in glucose in your blood. Then create a signal
Signal.
signal for insulin to go knock knock. There's glucose from that banana. Do you want to take it up? Increase lever and muscle go. Sorry, closed for business. The I'm self-protecting mode. Go away. I'm self-protecting mode. Okay, it is. Really, first I need to check what means it. Sorry, love was very close for business. I'm in a protective mode. Go away. And so as a result of that, the glucose from banana that you just ate gets trapped. Gets trapped. It can't get inside of your liver. It can't get inside of your muscle because there's too much triglyceride or there's too much fatty acids that have accumulated, and so the glucose gets pulled, and so the glucose gets pulled inside of your blood. The glucose gets pulled inside. What means that? Get pulled, pull, quinielas in Spanish. What is quinielas in Spanish? So the glucose gets pulled inside of your blood, and your experience is that when you ate a banana, it is a state of insulin resistance. You check your blood glucose, and 1 hour later, and you look your blood glucose meter, and you go down. My glucose is my glucose is 147. My glucose is 162. I knew it. Bananas are bad for bananas are bad for me. So what a lot of people do is they blame the carbohydrate, and they go, oh, okay, well, the banana, what's what caused the problem? Potato, potato caused the problem. Don't eat bananas, don't eat potatoes. And then instead of doing that, they go and they eat more eggs or bacon or chicken or fish, or dairy products or something that's low low carbohydrate carbohydrate, and then they fuel the insulin resistance problem under the surface over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. What means over again? Insulin resistance problems under the surface and over and over. What is and over? The problem under the surface over and over and over and over and over again. They effectively eat themselves into a state of carbohydrates intolerance. That means that in that state, that high fat environment, metabolism carbohydrate energy become metabolically affect in that fat environment. Metabolism carbohydrate energy becomes metabolically extremely
Extremely.
extremely difficult. So does that answer you so does that answer your question? Does it definitely does. Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely, friend. It definitely does. And I mean I think simple put folks get clogged I think simple but flow. I think simple but folks. You get clogged. You got you get clogged up with fatty acids and ate too much fat, right? As Cyrus said, your muscles and your liver get clogged up, and they are unable to receive insulin signals, insulin signals, correct? And because they can't get the insulin signals, they don't open up and receive glucose, which is their primary fuel source. Then the glucose stays high in your blood. Now you have a high blood sugar, and so what you experience. And by the way, what we are talking about is the natural progression of the two natural progression of type 2 diabetes, right? Where the person is eating too much fat, and it's generally just they're just eating too much anyway. Yeah, right. Uh, but it but it's typically but it's typically a diet that's very high in saturated fat, animal products, processed oil, or is fast food, junk food, like all this stuff. And over time, usually they're also overweight, and when you're overweight, the excess fatty acids that you have accumulated in your deposit tissue also are spilling also are spilling also are spilling fatty acids back in your bloodstream, right? And further contributing to your clogged clogged
Clogged.
clogged your clogged up fattiness fattiness fattiness, okay? Clogged up your fattiness, right? And so you are in a bit of vicious cycles, being overweight. But what happens when your experience was you stop eating saturated fat because you cut out all animal foods? Correct, and then your body started to break down all these accumulated fatty deposits in your muscles, your liver, right? Those enzymes that they those enzymes that their job like lipase lipase
Lipase.
lipase 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 is a fat digesting enzyme, right? Your body started breaking this stuff down, and as it broke that stuff down, your insulin resistance reverts. Bingo, you nailed it. Nailed it. I don't remember nailed it. You nailed it. So if we go back, okay. Basically, I need to highlight it. Sometimes that's your job, like lipase enzyme, that all this I need to highlight. Really interesting. If we back to what I said originally, originally, originally,
Originally.
ori- original,
Originally.
originally, originally, or
Originally.
originally is difficult to word pronounce. When we walk back to what I said originally, 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 originally. Originally, you know that in nature you take fatty acids and you store them for long periods of time in in a molecule called triglyceride. The exact same process happening inside of you. So you eat the fatty acids, you eat the triglycerides, you break down the triglyceride, the fatty acid, it's circulating in high chylomicron, chylomicron particles, chylom, chylom, chylomic, chylo,
Chylomicron. Chylomicron.
chylomicron is different. Okay, chylomicron,
Chylomicron.
chylomicron particles, and then put into your liver method and of post tissue, and then they get resynthesized back into triglycerides. So there's triglyceride molecules that accumulate inside your liver and muscle. They're they're there for some period of time. It could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months. Depends on many other factors. But let's say that you have this locked locked up, locked up, locked up,
Locked.
locked up, locked. These locked up triglycerides that have been sitting inside of your liver, inside cells, and inside your liver. For it don't know. 3 weeks seems like a reasonable reasonable
Reasonable.
reasonable period of time. When if you decide that you're gonna significantly 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 significantly
Significantly.
significantly 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 reduce your total fat intake, and you're gonna significantly reduce your saturated fat intake in particular. what what that does is it's basically cutes the cutes of the cutes of the supply
Supply.
supply. So every time you open your mouth, now you're gonna longer put saturated fat molecules into your mouth, which means that there's less saturated fat in your esophagus and your stomach and inside of your digestive system, which means there's less saturated fat inside of the kilomicrons, kilomicrons,
Chylomicrons.
kilomicrons of the kilomicrons, which means there's less saturated fat tearing your liver and muscles. So it gives you liver and muscle an opportunity to rest and basically say, all right, cool, let's tell you we're cutting off the signal. Let us let let us now oxidize. Get get rid of this accumulated triglyceride. So when internally the triglycerides molecule get cut into glycerol and fatty acids, and those fatty acids go through a process called peroxidation, which is a biochemistry super net weight of basically saying put them into a oven called the mitochondria, mitochondria,
Mitochondria.
mitochondria, and turn them into ATP and actually make useful energy out of them. When you do that, burn them off for fuel. You burn them off for fuel. You get energy and all the sudden you're and all of a sudden you're like, holy crap, holy crap. Don't know what is crap. Holy holy crap. That means holy crap. Crap is shit. Maybe not only am I not consuming these saturated fat molecules anymore, but I have now restored the insulin sensitivity, sensitivity, sensitivity,
sensitivity,
sensitivity, or the insulin sensitivity that my liver and muscle originate, originally, originate, originally, 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 the analogy that I like to use that is I find useful is like you if you've ever been washing dishes and you're washing dishes after someone has been cooking cooking that and they use a lot of grease of butter and you try to clean those dishes or you get grease or rather on your hands and you try to wash it off water you can get it off, right? You cannot get grease off the issue with water alone, right? If you have to have some type of agent that will cut grease. Obviously soap will not obviously soap will do it and it's the same thing in your body or kind of your body or kind of similar thing. If you imagine your organs and muscles and other tissues coat,
coated,
coated, coated in grease, right? Having this greasy coating where no, even water can't penetrate, sugar can't penetrate, insulin can't penetrate because it gets this layer of grease all around it. Now, now I know that's not a completely accurate scientific description of what's happening, but analogy holds. Wouldn't you say it does? It absolutely does because it doesn't matter where this process happens. If it could happen inside of your engine, your car engine, it could happen inside of your blood vessels. It can happen of a dish inside of your skin. Oil, it acts as a lubricant. It also is pretty sticky. Can't can adhere. It can adhere. Can adhere.
adhere,
Adhere. Can adhere. Many different surfaces. Surfaces. If I rank rank
shrunk,
by your rank you down and harness you into a microscopic version of yourself and then I put you into your own mouth and then you were like traveling through your through your blood vessels blood vessels blood vessels really see what was happening in a high fat environment. You would be shocked. You will be shocked at what happens to the viscosity, to the viscosity, to the viscosity, to the viscosity.
Viscosity.
Viscosity, to the viscosity of your blood. When you're eating high-fat diet, your blood actually gets thicker. Your blood actually gets thicker,
Thicker.
thicker. And as a result of that, it moves slower through your blood vessels. In addition to that, there's excess lipid, which tends to get caught on on and build up arterial plaque. Arterial plaque.
Plaque.
Plaque. How that plaque? Arterial plaque on the inside of walls, your blood vessels, and you can deposit LDL particles, and that can oxidize to becoming calcified and beyond. And it can really disturb your cardiovascular system. So way that I like to think about it is that a high fat diet not only causes insulin resistance, like we've been talking about, but it causes causes but it causes
Causes.
it causes a system-wide effect, and the system-wide effect can result increase risk for prediabetes and type 2. It can cause an increased risk for fatty liver disease. What the fuck? How that with high fat diet we can create one risk of for fatty liver disease? Maybe because there are too many sugar, because previously had a lot one it had one high fat environment. Maybe, I don't know. It's really interesting. Which on by the way, the fastest growing health epidemic that we currently have. We currently have currently
Currently.
we currently have right now. In addition to that, it can also significantly impair your cardiovascular metabolism. Okay. They also have relation with cardiovascular metabolism. It's really crazy the thing that I am reading, and that matters as well. And it can also predispose, and it can also predispose towards Alzheimer's disease and dementia, 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 dementia,
Dementia.
dementia. I don't want any of that. You don't want any of that. None of the none of the listeners wants any of that. But yet somehow this idea that eating a ketogenic diet or carnivore diet or low carb diet is like the single most popular message that exists in the di- in the dietary, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Dietary.
Dietary, dietary, dietary,
Dietary.
dietary exists in the dietary world. Yeah, eating saturated fat with clog you up, with clog, with clog you up, clog, with clog you up, clog you up. It will cause many problems over time. If you may feel good. No, the early days of eating that way. I'm trying. I try to understand. It's nice to feel good. Even eating a low carb or keto diets or carnivore diets and certainly help you lose weight because those diets are more thermogenic, thermogenic,
Thermogenic.
thermo, thermogenic,
Thermogenic.
thermogenic, 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 thermogenic. They require more energy from your body to break down. No high protein and high fat, and so they do produce weight loss, weight loss. People associate that as being a good thing, and any method of weight loss, generally speaking, if you overweight, helpful, helpful, and can be beneficial for a number of reasons, but yet there are not long term. One page more, maybe studies of anyone eating that way. There are not population in the world of people who eat high fat, high protein diet or carnivore diet, mostly meat or all meat diet that have long life, life, lifespans, lifespans. Those peoples do not exist. It is pure mythology. The closest we have to a group of people that eat a high-fi diet would be Eskimos or Inuit. They have very short lifespans. There are a lot, well, big fight between healthcare professionals. And healthcare professionals is defending its own version, its own version of what is the best diet. Like daily life, I need to drink a little of liver not water. Okay, I am back again. like they live into their 50s. No, what I am saying, this is this is not the diet of any lifestyle that you want to emulate if have LGBT are a priority for you. And they, hey, I'm all about fair experimentation. Want to try free, free work? Be my guest. Be my guest.
Guest.
Be my guest. Be my guest. But there's so much science and research on the diet. Okay, I will try to change of position. I have with I don't remember how to say the word, but I have problems to finish it. To hurts.
Thirst.
Hurts. I have a lot of hurts. Be my guess, but there's much science and research on the diet and lifestyle habits that truly do promote health and reduce risk of diabetes and health reverse chronic disease like cancer and heart disease and diabetes. And there's a common thread connected with them all, and that's a diet that's rich in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and seeds, herbs and species, and spices.
Spices.
Spices are starchy root vegetables, and one that is low in saturated fat, and one that is low in saturated fat, animal protein, and of course processed food, fast food, junk food, and refined sugar, and salt and oil. So so the closer, closer,
Closer.
so the closer you get of, so the closer you get to the nature, eating, eating, eating from the Garden of Eden, eating whole, eating, eating whole plant foods. Whether it will serve your body so many wonderful ways. So so let me ask you this. Sometimes people get intimidated when we talk about eating a plant-based diet because they sometimes their emotional feeling of their interpretation of the words that we use is that in order to get the health benefits that we describe in order to reverse
Reverse.
insulin resistance, lower your glucose fasting insulin and beyond. You have to become a vegan. You guys just completely eliminate all animal products, chicken, dairy, fish, dairy, you name it, and it scares people. And they go, "Oh, I don't wanna do that. I can't do that. I can give up cheese. I can give up cheese. I don't want to do that, right?" What about social? What about Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving. What about Thanksgiving, right? And I'm like, oh, calm down, calm down. First of all, I'm not telling you to become a vegan. You do not have to become a vegan, right? I'm telling you, I'm trying to age, I'm trying to age, I'm trying to age you towards more plant material. It's just that simple. Do you also see the same type of reaction from people sometimes? And you do also see the cancer word that, okay, I want to read that again. You also see the same type of reaction from people sometimes. Do you also see the cancer word that is it necessary to be 100% vegan, or can you just kind of inch your way towards that get towards that get dramatic results? We share that we share the same approach, love, and yes, I see the same thing there. Okay, I will be here. I am a little bit tired. I was reading. I believe that I will try to read more quicker, because it slow is very ugly. It's better to read quicker. This all for now.